Welcome back to another video where I go through my Japanese CDs. I'll start where I left off. So in chronological order, it would be the next one would be Depeche Mode, Songs of Faith and Devotion Live. So the usual Obi strip. And what I like about this one is that it's actually got part of the lettering on the artwork showing on the Obi strip. So this is the kind of track by track duplicate of the studio album, recorded live in Copenhagen, Denmark, living in France and New Orleans in the US. It got to #1 in the UK, US, Germany charts, and a heady 31 in Japan in 1993. So in the Japanese release, this is a little discovery for me because I can't remember what is actually included. I kind of guess, but yeah, we've seen this before, haven't we? The mailer for the fan club, I think it would be, and then we've got the insert, which is very similar to the usual insert that I would see for the UK release. And it folds out to reveal much bigger grainy pictures by Anton Corbin from the tour, and then inside we have insert, which your guess is as good as mine. It's showing the albums that are available in Japan, and it's I presume it's got some credits, production credits, more information about the tracks. In terms of singles, I Feel You, Walking in My Shoes, In Your Room, and in some places, Rush. They would come off the Songs of Faith and Devotion album, and then the actual single that was done to promote this was Condemnation. So that is Songs of Faith and Devotion Live, Japanese version. Next we have Depeche Mode Ultra. Here's the Obi. Notice it's got a little advert for Erasure there. It Gave in a Bad Seeds as well. Also on mute. Outside, apart from the different logos of those, very similar. Disc itself is the kind of off sort of greeny grey version. And we have got inside the same kind of insert you would have got in 1997. This is 1997 Japanese release. The usual gubbins inside there, and then also the Japanese audience fold out with lyrics, a bit of an essay, probably about the production process, and then a track listing in Japanese there as well. So Ultra was 1997. Producer was Tim Simonum, Bomb the Bass fame. It was the first album in the 90s not to feature Alan Wilder, having left after the devotional tour. Dave Gahan was struggling with his heroin addiction during the recording of this album. It took quite a long time. Got to number 39 in Japan and #1 in the UK and Germany, and #5 in the US. Next we have Exciter. I always say this is very ironically titled. I do not find this album particularly exciting at all, and I don't think I'm alone among Depeche Mode fans to think this is perhaps one of the weakest ones and turned a lot of people off. So it was produced by Mark Bell, who was from British electronic dance group LFO, not to be confused with the US band of the same name. Mark Bell had worked on a lot of, as producer on a lot of Bjork albums, and I guess there is a similarity in the sound on this album. Sadly, he died in 2014 due to complications after surgery. The album reached number 79 in Japan. It got to number 1 in France and Germany, number 9 in the UK, and number 8 on the Billboard chart in the US. So not a great showing, to be honest, despite the immense amount of promotion that was going on. So the disc is made in Japan. Interesting to see the Virgin logo both on the ring of the disc there and also on the back of the booklet. In terms of what we see inside, I'm expecting to see a Japanese brochure. So we've got the English language lyric booklet, same as the usual ones with the fancy fold out there and the colour photo. So that's quite standard apart from the Virgin labelling. And then again, we have very, very similar to Ultra fold out. Also, again, with a bit of an essay in it, and I assume the lyrics. Okay, so that's Exciter, the awfully underwhelming 2001 album. And then finally for this video, I've got Playing the Angel, which came out 4 years later, 2005. Produced by Ben Hillier, who had done a lot of work by that time with Blur and Doves and Elbow as a producer. It's the first album with songwriting credits for Dave Garn on some of the tracks. It got to number 104 in Japan. It got to number 1 in France, Germany, Poland, Denmark, quite a lot of other countries. Got to number 6 in the UK and number 7 in the Billboard chart in the US. It's got a bit of a fatter Obi strip than the others, with a lot more detail. I think, it's because it's an enhanced disc, so it's got some information about operating systems that are compatible with the video that's on here, I think. So let's take a look inside and see what's different. So the disc is very similar. Okay, so we've got the normal kind of UK booklet again. Some nice black and white photos from you know who. And the lyrics, of course. Here's a Japanese booklet. They've actually made more of an effort with this one. It's a nice stapled booklet. A lot of writing there, some kind of essay. There's a biography. And then the lyrics in Japanese. So the bonus track is track 13, which is a track called Free. And the CD extra, if you pop it into a Windows PC, is the video for Precious, which was directed by not Anton Corbijn but Uwe Vlader. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you like what I'm doing, then please consider subscribing. There will be more videos like this coming out. Give us a thumbs up and feel free to leave some comments. It's interesting to see and hear from other Depeche Mode fans. Thanks. See you again.